Hello, this is Archie Dunlop with Talking Astrology with Archie on Saturday, May the 27th, 2023. Today I'm going to change the format of my videos. Now, what I've done in the past is I've combined my view on current events with what's happening today with an I Ching reading. And now I'm going to split my view on current events from what's going to happen today. I think maybe because there may be two groups of people coming to the channel. One group who are interested in what I've got to say about astrology, and another group who are just want to know what's going to happen today. But I'm mindful of the fact, firstly, I have got very few subscribers, only 260 or something. So maybe I'm really niche. That's one possibility. And, there's also my style. I'm not in the business of making things up. And I take the view that it is much easier to forecast bad things than it is to forecast good things. I mean, that's my experience of astrology. Good news, really good news, is quite rare, and it takes a special kind of person to really take advantage of good news. People who take the view that you just have to hang around and wait for life to dole out these wonderful opportunities, give you money and luck on a silver platter. It's just not going to happen. It just doesn't happen like that. And, this is one of the mistakes that new astrologers make. They get really excited about Jupiter transits. They forecast huge and wonderful things when in reality, in an average life, there are only about 5 or 6 big events. That's it. We're born, go to school, maybe get married, maybe have children, get a job, retire, die, and that's pretty much it. And what happens in the middle is just between those two events. It's just noise. So that is my rather pessimistic view of the world, and I think a lot of people are just not going to be attracted to that. They go to an astrologer because they want a magician, not because they want to know what's going to happen. There is a difference. Anyway, I'm going to look at today's astrology now. No mention of current events. So let's see what's happening. Now, I should warn you that today's really bad. It's dreadful. One of the worst days in the year. I mean, not that anything catastrophic is going to happen. It's just tedious, and it's going to be really difficult to accomplish much. So let me explain the problem. So this is the planetary lineup for today, Saturday, May the 27th, 2023. Now we can see that the moon is in Virgo, and it is opposition Saturn. And furthermore, the Sun is square Saturn, and the Sun is square the moon. So we have this T-square in the jargon. It's a T-square because you've got Saturn opposition the moon, and you've got the Sun on the T. Now, with the moon opposition Saturn, it's going to be difficult to get things done. We may feel that whatever we do, we're just hitting a block. Emotionally as well, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a situation where, for example, in relationships, people are very focused on the details. They're not prepared to just relax and be warm and fuzzy and all that kind of stuff. There's just get a detail wrong, and that's just going to spoil the magic straight away. And with the Sun starting to make a square to Saturn, I think the square becomes exact tomorrow. That's more frustration. That's a feeling that our fundamental identity cannot be expressed. So it's a somewhat down picture. On the other hand, if we're the kind of person that likes details, if we're the kind of person that likes to nitpick, then in fact today might be great. I mean, it's a great day for taking people down, for really criticizing them, for highlighting their faults. So if that's what you want to do, then yeah, today is going to be good. But I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, that's immoral. You can't just attack people and undermine people just for the sake of it, just because it gives you a kick. So, as far as what my recommendation is concerned, Saturday is a day that people like to go to parties. And they like to go out to restaurants, and maybe they want to go to the theatre and all that kind of stuff. You know what? I'd recommend you don't. Because whatever your expectations about today, you might be looking forward to the party you're going to tonight or whatever, it's just not going to happen. Okay, it could happen, but all things being equal, probably not. Any party you go to may feel that it is, somewhat flat. I mean, that's going to be particularly the case if you're in Europe. If you're in the US, you may find that as the day progresses, this Moon-Saturn opposition will start to break up. And so if you're in the US, then by this evening, when the moon starts moving perhaps towards an aspect of Mercury, things will get easier. But still, I think the Saturn influence is going to be there. And so I'm thinking, yeah, you shouldn't do anything that is related to having fun, socializing. Okay, socializing is fine if your aim is to be critical, to tell people what you think, to tell people what they've done wrong and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, but that's not nice. So yeah, I think today just don't get involved, because there's plenty of scope for disappointment. Now, on the plus side, Mercury continues to be aspecting the Jupiter-Uranus midpoint. So as I said yesterday, for some of us, something might happen that is an enormous relief. We were worried about something, we were concerned that things, might be bad, and then suddenly we're going to get some news, and we'll find out that really there's nothing to worry about. And while this is going on, Jupiter is aspecting the Mars-Pluto midpoint. Now, the Mars-Pluto is about intense energy. It's about trying our hardest to get our way and not caring too much about the consequences. And with Jupiter on the Mars-Pluto midpoint, those of us that are very committed, those of us that are highly intense, high energy people, and we really are prepared to push it, and we just don't care about the consequences, then we may get some amazing results this weekend. Yes, there's going to be a cost, but if you really do feel that the means justify the end, then yeah, you might have a good time. Now, as far as my forecasts of the 12 signs are concerned, I warn you, they are somewhat downbeat. So here we go. Aries. Accept the situation and do what's expected of you. Concrete roadblocks can't be removed. Taurus. The world's in bad shape, but it's not really your problem. Luck can be found in the strangest of places. Gemini. You're sitting on the solution, and all you have to do is turn the key. It pays to be optimistic. Cancer. There are things you want to say, but few people want to listen. Their problem, not yours. Leo. You're being held back by a fear of the unknown. You need to trust yourself to make the right decisions. Virgo, partners are difficult to get on with, but perhaps they've got legitimate grievances. Libra, some things shouldn't be discussed, at least in the short term. With secrecy comes strength. Scorpio, your social life might be disappointing and today's parties could be a letdown, but it's not your fault. Sagittarius, you're persistent and you don't take no for an answer. Capricorn, big plans need to be put on hold. Travel is annoying. Aquarius, what seems easy could actually be very difficult. And finally, Pisces, you want to improve yourself, but can you handle the cost? So now I want to switch gear and look at the I Ching. So as usual, I threw the 3 coins and I asked the question, what is Saturday going to be like for visitors to my YouTube channel? And the first hexagram I got was hexagram number 24, The Return. And this is a painting about the prodigal son. The son who goes off, spends his inheritance, and then he comes back, he returns. And so this is a situation where we want to do something, we think it's the right thing to do, we go out into the world, we try to make things happen, and basically it doesn't happen. But I don't mean that in a particularly bad sense. We give it a go, and when we realize we're hitting a brick wall, we come back. We know that now is not the right time to do what we want to do. And by taking this courageous decision, it might feel humiliating to give up on something, but no, that's not what it's about. It's about being mature and sensible. And in fact, by holding back, we are going to get other people's respect and even admiration. Now, this hexagram, the return, it moves to hexagram number 7, which is the army. And this is about getting help. Maybe not today, but we're in a strong position in the sense that we have respect. So if there's something that we're not able to do because we feel we're blocked, then we can engage other people's help and we can put ourselves in a position of leadership, explain the problem, tell people what we need to happen, explain what they need to do, and then I think we can get some really good results. So overall, it's not a bad day, provided we understand our limitations. And I do feel that the I Ching is picking up on that Moon-Saturn opposition. Now, the I Ching is an independent oracle. It's not the same as Western astrology. They are looking at it from 2 completely different angles. But in this case, I think we're seeing a complementary message. Yes, the Moon is opposition Saturn. The Sun is opposition Saturn, and the I Ching is telling us that we need to stop what we're doing. There's going to be limits to what we can do, and we need to hold back. But it's also telling us about a solution. We need to tell people about the problem, engage their assistance, show some leadership, and then, in the end, I think that we're going to get some amazing results. But we do have to be a bit patient. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now, and I will talk to you tomorrow.